changes for the road trip?
For the next game?
Yeah.
No, not right now. I mean, that'll be ironed out later. We haven't made any final decisions yet. We just went with the same lineup that we had yesterday. And obviously with the two extras with Ozzie and McLaughlin out there as well. So we'll make some more decisions later on that to finalize.
Is there a message in that, going with the same lines and pairs and saying that this is on you to get out of this?
It's not a message, no, it's, I just think with the quick turnaround that we had from last night here, I just felt like, keeping things the same right now, kind of stabilize our lineup. We'll talk more about if we do make some changes or some adjustments to our lineup, talk a little bit more about that probably today or tonight before the game tomorrow. There's no message in there right now. Obviously, we need to get back to playing, the way that we're capable of playing. And no better time than right now with two teams in our division, Florida and Tampa, two very worthy opponents, and we're looking forward to it. It should be a good challenge for our group.
Obviously, it's not going great right now, but were you concerned at a lack of urgency last night? Coming in on a 4-game losing streak at one of the best teams in the league?
I was more concerned with how we executed, especially with the puck and the lack of urgency. I thought that our play with the puck, as far as our turnovers, is really starting to affect our game right now over the last few games. Go back 3 games now. And the lack of urgency, the lack of desperation, no. Certainly you'd like to see more of that from maybe certain individuals at certain points, but overall, no. It's more about us executing with the puck, making the right decisions, making the right plays at the right time. And that's the area right now that we're focused on getting better at.
That execution in those puck touches, that's creeped in quite a few times this season. How do you kind of explain that when it starts to happen? It's kind of team-wide at times.
Well, what happens is, you're looking at the game and you see a couple of players and something happens where they're not executing the right way. They're maybe trying to force a pass into an area that's covered, or maybe trying to force a play that's just not there. And sometimes that stuff can kind of rub off on everyone else. So it's our job to make sure that we're nipping that in the bud as quick as we can. Having said that, I thought, like I said before, most of their chances, not all of them, but most of them, came off our turnovers. So we have to make sure that we have good support for the person who has the puck, number one, so he doesn't have to make a 30-foot cross-ice pass, that we're in the right spots for each other. Those are all things that we talk about, but just cleaning up that area of our game is going to help us.
What do you think of the energy at today's practice?
I thought it was real good today. I thought that we're out there for 30 minutes, and we don't practice a lot. I think that might be the first practice. The first practice since New York, before the Ranger game, which was really like a 20-minute game. It really wasn't much for practice. We practiced maybe 2 or 3 times in the last 3 weeks, something like that. So we have to take advantage of our opportunities when we practice. We have to make sure that we come in with a good attitude, and I thought we did that today. We worked hard. Our execution was much better, and our effort was really high, and we're hoping that carries over into tomorrow night. Because how you practice, and if you don't practice, how you pregame skate is typically how you play the game.
What do you see from Walton at this point? Has he progressed to the point that you would like him to since he's gotten here?
I think he's progressed. I think that we're just looking for him to be able to finish off some of those opportunities. He had 2 or 3 good looks last night in that game, 2 off of 1 play, actually, then he had another opportunity. He's done some good things offensively. It's just we'd like to see him finish a little bit more. If he's not finishing, he has to be really reliable with the puck, and he has to be reliable defensively. Like through the neutral zone, he's got to make sure that if there's no play, it's going deep, that line can get to work down low in the offensive zone. Defensively, that he's doing a good job with his assignments.
What challenges does a team like Tampa present to you guys tomorrow?
What challenges?
Yes.
The typical. I mean, obviously their power play is always strong. It might be down a little bit this year, but their special teams is usually very strong. They have top-end talent. Obviously, they have a great goaltender. So all those things that you're planning for against them, we've seen these guys so much over the last few years that we know what they're about. I think they know what we're about. Really comes down to when you drop the puck, you're going to compete harder than the person next to you for your 60 minutes or however long you're playing in the course of the game.
I know you're going to